All right, so what we have here are some ingredients is not the right word, but some items from a collector edition of Horizon Forbidden West. And I don't quite recall anymore what they were exactly. I think one of them was a steel bookcase, and there's maybe a couple of other things alongside with it as well. So I'm going to grab the gloves right away, put on the gloves. Don't like to add any fingerprints to my collectibles if I can avoid it. So let's just kind of go ahead and check it out. All right, so right away, so we have a map, which is kind of cool. I use these maps. I'm not sure what size this one is, but the ones from God of War 2 or some God of War edition, they had a map of whatever, the God of War land, and they were just perfect for the top of the Besta shelves from IKEA, which is where I used them. All right, so next we have this. All right, so this was kind of sealed. I just kind of want to see what is the condition of this item here. This is, what is this? Kind of a black and white photo of whatever her name is. And hey, nice, sort of nice. I mean, there's a little issues here on the back though. On the front, I'm not seeing any issues whatsoever. I kind of like how it's like matte colored, and it's like a little bit of a kind of a shiny, reflective surface in the Horizon part of it. There are like a little dings or something on the back that, or maybe it's just glue. Oh, it could be just glue. Oh, I think it's just some glue leftovers or something. Anyway, this is an art book. Yeah. Aloy. That was her name. Anyway, so this is the art of Horizon Forbidden West. Kind of a little art book. Kind of cool, I guess. You know, I'd have this on a coffee table or something like that when I have people over. Except that I never have people over because I fret over my collectibles too much, and I wouldn't want them touching it with their dirty fingers anyway. So I'll just show it to my gaming buddies, and we'll enjoy it that way carefully. And last but not least is this interesting steelbook case, which should be kind of cool, I think. Whoa, I didn't expect that. Wow, okay, that's interesting. So what we have is a steelbook case, right? But inside the case, there's an actual case. Inside the outer steel shell, there's an actual sort of a game case inside with the disc holders and whatnot. I'm not sure what I think about that, but I thought that this was just going to be a kind of an outer case where I would then put, oh, this is kind of like more cool than I thought it was going to be. Wow, this is pretty phenomenal, actually. It's got the side spine here that's kind of glued on or whatever, attached to the plastic. Everything's looking nice about this, but I expected this to be just like a steel case in which I sort of put a game like inside of it, you know, for storage, not just the discs and manual. And I'm not sure if this is actually even a good spot for a manual right here, because I mean, if the disc is in here, there's some things sticking out, the manual will get all bent up. So that's interesting. This is not exactly what I expected, but the overall condition of everything is way sort of different, but in a good way than I expected. Like, it's a good condition. The quality of artwork and print on this is actually, wow, I'm quite amazed. I'm disappointed, generally speaking, with the trajectory of the quality of game cases sort of after the PlayStation 3 era, I really feel like the PS4, PS5 game cases really took a step towards low quality. But, you know, with this, I'm quite amazed at how high quality this really is. Like the actual, you know, attention to the details, you know, kind of like the quality of manufacturing of this is really, really high end. I did not expect that, to be honest with you. I expect some, geez, chintzy? I don't know. I hope that's not a word that's kind of outdated in modern times. Sometimes I don't like double check on slang, and who knows where it originated and whatnot. But I mean it in the, you know, like a cheap kind of way. But this is really nice, and the quality of art is actually quite amazing. The resolution of the print and everything is quite phenomenal. So this is overall better than expected, but also a little bit different in the sense that I was hoping that I would just be able to put a game, you know, the full PS5 or 4, whatever, case inside of this case and kind of use it for storage. But instead, like, I'm almost thinking, what should I do now? Like, buy disc-only copies and disc-only and the manual copy just to populate this one? That's a thought. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, of course. But I'm also kind of curious, what is the size of this map here? Because I was going to use it. The quality of this map here is not amazing, I would say. I have some from that God of War that are sitting around being used. Let me see if I grab one real quick. I can't. There's something sitting on it and it would just take forever and ruin the video completely. But the quality of this one, okay, so the size is acceptable, appropriate, whatever. It's a little bit longer than the other ones that I'm used to, so this will fit onto a best of shelf. And whoa, is this what? I don't get it. Is this upside down? This look, it feels upside down, but it really isn't. Is it? No, it's not. This feels goofy. This feels a little goofy. You know, the writing means that it's not upside down. Right there, not upside down. But because of these flags, you know, it feels like, you know, they're sort of wider on top. It feels like they're banners and whatnot. It feels like the banners of different tribes and whatnot. It feels upside down. It just, when I look at it, like the overall appearance of it, it just feels like it should be, like this feels like the right way for some reason, but it really isn't. That's not how it is in the game. So this is a good like width or whatever, or height, whatever you want to call it. So it will work for my purpose, but it will hang off on the sides of a best of shelf. A best of shelf is, let's see. So a best of shelf, I have one right here. Come on. A best of shelf is basically 60 centimeters, or about 23.5 inches, which would be about, it's kind of invisible, so which would be about 13 centimeters, or like 4 inches or so approximately shorter than this, right? So it would hang by a couple inches on each side, which actually could be kind of cool. It could be kind of cool. This is really regrettable. I really wish they wouldn't have done it. Nobody cares about a label on something like this. You know, put the label in a little baggie, but don't destroy the item. You know what I mean? That is mega lame. I guess that's so far the only criticism that I have of this. It's like, dudes, like, it's a collectible item. Why ruin it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, you don't put a dealership sticker on a Bentley. You know what I mean? Like nobody would do that in their right mind. So that's kind of feels like inappropriate. But the depth is 15.5. So the depth is actually by a 1/2 inch less, right? So this is not as perfect as those God of War maps, or tapestries as they call them, but because those were just spot on, super perfect, but also good, not bad. I'm happy with this purchase. I maybe actually paid a decent price for it as well, because they were going for a lot more, and this dude was moving, and he just wanted to sell. You know what I mean? That's the kind of sellers you kind of wait for. If you have patience, you know, on eBay, people who are not trying to make money or whatever, they just want to sell it. They have something nice or not so nice, and they just want to get rid of it. And I was lucky to find his. I communicated a lot with the seller, and it did cost him a little bit more to pack or to send this, to ship this, and I agreed to cover half the difference in cost. So I'm finally getting around to actually opening this up, so I can go ahead and actually do that. All right, so what do we have here? Recap. We have the tapestry. We have these cards or something, you know. Some kind of cards, I don't know what they are. And the steelbook case. All for a fairly good, reasonable price. Let's actually kind of organize this a little bit better. All right. Is that good? Good enough, I suppose. Yeah. Something like that. I'm gonna keep moving them around until I bump something. Create an issue. How's that? Yeah, just about perfect. There we have it.